Tonight, prayers for a hometown hero injured in the Fort Hood attack. A vigil was held earlier tonight for Major Patrick Miller, a victim of yesterday's shooting rampage at the Texas Army post. Ed DRANTCH is here with the very latest tonight. Ed?
And Diana, friends and family signed a huge banner offering prayers and support for Major Patrick Miller. He was one of 16 people hurt in yesterday's shooting at Fort Hood. Dozens of people showed up tonight at the Allegheny Baptist Church near Miller's childhood home in the village of Allegheny. It was his mother who tweeted Jill Kelly asking for prayers, while she herself is going through her own struggles with Jim Kelly. Now the entire community is rallying around Miller's mother and his family. Friends called him an outstanding American.
He would do for you. He would take a bullet for anybody. He would. I mean, knowing Pat, I'm sure he tried to diffuse the situation because that's just the kind of guy he is. And he just got a big heart, and he would just do anything for anybody without thinking about himself. Very unselfish. We're all here, even though we're far away, that we're thinking about him and that we love him, and we're going to do whatever it takes to help him get back to where he was.
It just sounds like a great guy. Major Miller's friends told us he was shot in the stomach and was operated on for a second time today. He's now recovering in a Texas hospital.
Okay, we wish him well for sure. It sounds like we are getting some answers about him, but really on the bigger scale, there are some really big questions that remain. Yeah,
definitely the case. Investigators are now piecing together the facts, trying to look into how something like this could happen for a second time at Fort Hood.
Have an active shooter on Fort Hood.
Investigators say it was Army Specialist Yvonne Lopez who shot and killed 3 people at Fort Hood Wednesday, walking into a building, firing his semi-automatic pistol.
There may have been a verbal altercation with another soldier or soldiers.
Army brass says the suspected shooter was anxious and depressed. He was being evaluated for post-traumatic stress disorder after a 4-month tour of duty in Iraq. While overseas, Lopez drove a truck but never fought in the war. Lopez took his own life when a military police officer confronted him with her weapon drawn.
We had no indication that there was any sign of likely violence, either to himself or to others.
This is the second shooting at Fort Hood in 5 years.
Seems too bad that this kind of thing can happen on one of our military bases.
Sid Palmer lives next door to Patrick Miller's parents in the village of Allegheny. The Army major was one of 16 hurt in the shooting.
It seems like this happens, seems to be more and more all the time, and I don't know what can be done about it, but it sure is tragic.
Ryan McCann himself is an Iraq War veteran and is also friends with Major Miller.
These people are out there putting their lives on the line, fighting, protecting the United States citizens, and when they come home, they're supposed to have a sense of relief, protection, and unfortunately, our service members are not receiving that.
Yeah, really surprising. Investigators have said that there does not appear to be any connection to terror in this case, but they haven't ruled anything out just yet. They say they're keeping everything open-ended until they can prove otherwise, Diana.
Okay, still so many questions, and I know you'll keep looking into it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ed.